Hey look, it's another Tetris game for MS-DOS. But not an official one though. This one went under the radar because apparently back then it was okay to call your game Tetris even if you didn't have the rights. Anyway, this is Novalight Tetris version 1.0 shareware, released in 1995 from Novalight Software, which was a group of Australian uni students. So it says in the README. Apparently a registered version exists with 2-player gameplay and different background graphics, but I don't have that one, I have this. I don't know why I have this, but I do, and I'm making a video on it because, I don't know, I just felt like it. Really doesn't matter, you're probably never going to touch this one, nor is there any real urgent reason to do so. It's just Tetris that you play with the numpad, and that's it. I mean, you all know what Tetris is. They made a bloody movie about it, see? Control is somewhat stiff, but it does get the job done. You have keys for both soft and hard drops, which is nice. Novalight Tetris also has a unique counter system of sorts in that rather than keeping track of line clears, you have specific counters for specific line clear types. So you have a counter for single line clears, a counter for double line clears, and so on and so forth. It's a nice little feature, I guess. You also have an indicator at the bottom giving you a general idea of where your tetromino is going to land, sort of a precursor to the ghost piece function that would grace official Tetris games down the road. Maybe this is where they got the idea and that's why them. Anyways. The game itself is, well, it's Tetris. It's plain, straightforward, simple Tetris. And for an amateur project, it's a rather decent recreation of the game. Controls well enough despite the stiff response, and my not used to playing with the numpad resulting in my pressing the wrong key and getting the wrong action as a result. The physics aren't completely borked, you don't have options other than checking high scores and seeing game credits, no level select or anything like that, none that I could find. You always start at level 0, it chugs a bit, it eventually gets faster, the usual stuff. Visually, the game looks plain. The main playwell is simple, the blocks are simple but colorful, the purple background is kind of bland, but apparently the registered version has multiple backgrounds and a 2-player mode. I'll take your word for it. You have one music track that plays on a loop and it gets grating after a while. Sound effects comprise gunshots and explosions for line clears for some reason. It's a creative choice, or basically that's all they had for sound effects, whatever, I'll give them that much. And, yeah, overall, Novalight Tetris, well, it's Tetris. It's not a particularly special version of Tetris, it doesn't have any fancy gimmicks, it doesn't do anything out of the ordinary. Much like Eric, it is plain and simple, probably used to have a career with the Obsidian Order before being exiled to a derelict space station hemming dresses for the remainder of... Wait, what was I talking about again? Oh, I didn't realize the author suffered from no monetary disease. I'm vaguely familiar with the disease. It's quite serious, actually. I wonder if he's still alive. Maybe I should send him a few bucks and help him out a bit. Actually, on second thought, I think I'll go get some dog food instead. Good night.